Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. My baby, I had scooted that chair on the floor, made a loud noise, and he jumped on down, got mad. Okay, well, I feel away, and I had been feeling away about this particular thing. And the reason I didn't say anything is because James Colwell and Sean, we all knew that they were at odds. Hey, boo. We all knew that they, hey, Nixie. We all knew they were at odds. And I didn't want to, they didn't say anything directly about each other. Well, Sean didn't say anything. James hadn't really said anything directly to him. Hey, you guys. So I didn't want to say anything about how I felt about what he said about Club Chat because I felt like if, they're still cordial, there's no need for me to even get on here and start none of that. So that's why I didn't say nothing at the time. But now that they have exchanged words and there is nothing for me to start because they have already had said what they had to say, now I feel like I can speak on how that made me feel. I'm going to start by saying this. I have been watching the both of them, Sean and James, for a very, very long time. I used to watch James. I found James through his RuPaul Drag Race reviews because that is one of my favorite shows. I'm like cool with Kennedy Davenport. I love her to death. Um, I was watching him even when he had the hair back then when he was doing that was years ago. I had started watching James first. I found him by way of those things, and then a little while later, um, I found Sean, and I didn't even. This was before the Vegas Gate too. This was because Sean was doing reviews as well, and I really liked his housewife reviews. So, long story short, I've been watching them for many years. The first time, but I was watching James even longer. But the first time that he said fuck all of club chat, fuck club chat, he then said, "Oh, it's some women in club chat, not all of them, things like that." But then it went on to fuck club chat, them bitches and this and that and this and that. And at this point, I was still watching him, still supporting him. I have not unsubscribed to him, but I was still watching and supporting him. I felt like this. Here I am when it's already been made clear that you guys are not friends anymore by way of you. I still come over. I still watch all your stuff. I still watch reviews, still drop hearts and make comments, all those things. And it's fuck me. Because it went from just, okay, I'm talking about those directly that had something to say about me. But then it went from that to just fuck all of them. And my feelings were really, really hurt. And I was very offended because it was like a big, huge slap to the face because I have never, ever once got on Sean's platform and spoke ill about James. I've never even got on my platform. As a matter of fact, if you guys type in my name and type in James Colwell, you will see maybe 3 to 4 videos of me defending James when him and Nicole Tyler was going through their whole thing. When Nicole Tyler had came back over to Club Chat, I was one of the ones that wasn't with it. I didn't even like the Peace Summit. I was defending James from Nicole Tyler. And he basically has said fuck me several times. Like several times, like fuck all of Club Chat. And then has even start saying, and I mean that shit. I don't know if he's gonna ever hear this or see this, but I just want him to know that I cannot be the only woman in Club Chat that even with all this stuff going on, still supported James, still liked James, still watched James, and just tried to stay completely out of it. That I know I am not the only one. I know that there are other women. I'm sorry I haven't read the chat, but I'll read it in just a second. I know that I am not. I cannot be the only one, And the fact that they share so many supporters, it's got to be a lot of women that feel the same way that I do. And I just want him to know that that was really, really messed up because I I have been subscribed to him for so long. If anybody has been subscribed to him and they for a long time, I was subscribed to him when he had the hair on top of his head and he would sit in front of a white wall and do RuPaul Drag Race reviews. And he used to crack on RuPaul's outfits all the time before he decided that he was going to start applying for RuPaul's Drag Race. He even said that in a video. That's how long I've been watching him. So I felt extremely offended, extremely hurt. Like you will take what a handful of women in club chat or what have you, because it's so many of us, and say that says something negative about you, and just say fuck all of us because of it. And I would think, like, from a man his age and from a man that say he loves black women, that he wouldn't just spit in my face and say fuck me when I've been watching him for so long. And he, I would hope that he wouldn't even say that. No, she didn't, because I have been in his chats many of times. I watch him. I even drop down in the comments on all his reviews. Like I don't understand why he had to have that animosity and why he had to take it from it's just those bitches I have a problem with to fuck all of those bitches. I don't know if anybody in the chat feels this way, but I am not mad. I am hurt because I plan on just completely staying out of that and leaving that to them and not taking those sides, even though I am not House of Treasure, and because I don't, um, I've never been, I don't know even much about that or a lot of people in this chat because I'm more on his reviews. But I've even dropped in this chat just to say hello many a times. So I'm gonna look at the comments for a second. Hi everybody. Supporting him too, Mint Latte. So blessed. You too, Miss BC. Hi Tracy. Hi sweetheart. It really is shaking my head. You sub to them at the same time. See, I was sub to James before. He made us choose when we didn't want to. Exactly. Like, why would you do that? Why would you just spit in our faces? Why would you just say fuck us when we was not? You gotta know it had to be so many of us that because I've talked to so many people in private, like so many of us that did not do that. Never said nothing negative about you in Sean's comments. Never said nothing about negative about you in your comments. Never showed you nothing but love in your comments. Cause I know I have even up to recent. Mimi, I felt hurt before, but I'm good now. His subbies have done nothing to him. Well, I'm happy you're good, Tracy. You know, take me based on the. Oh yeah. Oh, I was upset about that too, Tracy. I feel so sad. You know, but because I still loved him and I love you too, I just don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? But I was really sad about that for you too, Tracy. Truth Slayer, I know me and you have talked about this, and I know that you are extremely hurt by that too. Yes, James Buxton, then Sean, Alex Rocks, Ashley Much Love, etc. I've been watching for years. Yes, see, I still watch Rocks too, and I still watch Alexander Rogers too, to this day. That was messed up, Tracy. I was upset by that. I was upset by that, but but you know what? That's what it was. It was just like he was just slowly, his subscribers are now in this sector. Now his subscribers are, prone to the other side. So he just, it seemed to me, was just waiting on any opportunity to say, F Tracy, F Club, everybody in Club Chat, even the ones that support me, because when you say everybody, that's what that means. You know what I'm saying? Sean said F him, so he said F him back. But I'm just saying, like, Tracy them people straight up lie. And Tracy, I was in that chat, and so was Harley Q. It was a bunch of us. You never said anything about his children, and that was really, really jacked up. But I just feel like he was just chilling in the cut, waiting for something, and he just let somebody take it to him, and he just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna roll with it, and I'm just gonna attack, Tracy." That was just really messed up because the thing is, Tracy, even when you were cool with James and that him and Sean thing were going on, you was not taking Sean's side, even though James really ain't cool with you like that. Same thing with you fell out with Fabe because of you taking James' side. And then all it took is for somebody to lie on you and he just turned on you and attacked you. I thought that was kind of messed up. And if anybody come in here mad because you just don't like the truth, because that is exactly what happened. Because she did not say anything about his children. Anything. She didn't. Hey, Beyond Beauty. A queen stands alone. His anger causes him to show hate towards anyone who supports Sean. He mentioned me before, and I never said anything about him. I was rooting for him and Sean to become friends again. Me too. I was one of those ones that just wanted them to make up. But I kept my mouth shut because I know when it comes to sensitive things like that, if you say something and you insert yourself, it could be taken negative no matter how positive the comment you made is. So I stayed absolutely completely away from it. And all I did is just support it both to show that I am absolutely not choosing sides. I don't even talk to James, and I actually talk to Sean like that. I love Sean. I actually speak with him on a regular basis. He checks on me. I check on him, and he has always been sweet to me. He has always. I mean, he literally has helped me out on different things. So, and I still didn't get involved because I consider him a YouTube friend, and I just consider James as somebody that I just grew to love because when you're on YouTube, these are not people playing roles in movies. These are actual real people, and we getting to know their personality. That's what we start to love. So it's like we love that person. It was just messed up. Teresa said I love Sean as well. I love Alicia B too, truthfully. Yeah, that's just my baby got a little cough. Yeah, I don't know. Man. I just feel really sad about it and really disrespected, and it really is like almost a slap to the face. Like I almost felt that disrespected, like a slap to the face, or you spit at me. You know what I'm saying? And the names that we were called, and he could have just said, I'm not talking about all club chat, but he literally said, fuck club chat, and I mean it, and went on to call all of us so many horrible names. Miss Leo, see, I haven't even answered because I didn't want to speak out on it because him and Sean had not fallen out, and I didn't want to get something started by speaking. And I would have been speaking for myself, but I just didn't want to get anything started, but still not going back and forth. I never said one thing to James. I was still watching his swipe left. I just watched the last swipe left. I can't deal with hate because I enjoy his content, but as far as I just feel extremely disrespected. Fairly new to watching him, but it's the point where I only watch his reviews and nothing more. I was big on his reviews for RuPaul, Basketball Wives, stuff like that, and then his swipe left. I watched that as well. I haven't been watching his just messy stuff because I know my feelings are already hurt by watch. The last messy one I watched is when he said "fuck club chat" for like the third time or something like that. I was like, okay, he is literally talking about all of us. James never liked Tracy. You know that page called "Living My Truth with No Edges." I think that is James running that page. What? I don't know about that. Especially while that demon be in his chat. Mm. I ain't even equating that to that. I'm just strictly speaking on, I'm not even speaking on what him and Sean got going on. I am just strictly speaking on what he said about a lot of us women that still was supporting him. I don't think he has troll pages either. I can't do James. He been picking and I see the real him. He changes his narratives for his convenience. See, a lot of y'all don't are upset with him about things that have to do with him and Sean, and it is disappointing to me. But I'm personally upset about the continuous fuck club chat and continuously talking down on us and speaking ill about us when he gotta know a lot of us were still supporting him. He has to know that a lot of people found all of them together at once, and I for one found James even before that. So yeah, James threw us off for a loop. Sean should be able to get along with people even when James dislikes them. James too old for this mess. Tracy always tries to help and then people act like she did the shit. Yeah, I ain't like how he did Tracy either. But that's really, I've seen their page. I'll check. I don't think so. I don't think James has any troll pages, so I can't really co-sign that or even say it may be true because I just don't see that. Because I see James as the type of person he really just does say what he want to say. I don't think he needs a troll page to do that. I won't. I'm not gonna say anything slanderous or nothing like that. I don't see that. But hey, let's get real. But I just feel like it was extremely disrespectful. And I know good and well if I feel that way, and some of the people that I spoke to feel that way, it's got to be several women that feel that way. And hopefully, when I end the live, people will drop down in the comment if they feel that way. We are adults, so we know how to support him and separate what's going on between him and whomever. It's unfortunate because I did like watching but refuse to listen to unwarranted hate. Exactly. That is right on the money. A queen stands alone because we are adults and he is an adult and he is actually my elder. He could, not trying to shame, but he could be my father. And the fact that he did not have the discernment to not disrespect all of us because there's no way in this world that he didn't know that there were still women in club chat, several, lots of women in club chat, because I've counted several in this chat right here that still supported him and never said nothing wrong about him. And the fact that he blatantly kept saying it and did not want to even have the decency for his supporters to say, not all of club chat, just the ones that have shit to say about me, then you're like, you don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you supporting me because you support that boy. That's what that tells me. Fuck you, bitch, and fuck your support of X amount of years because you support that boy. He can mention club chat without mentioning Sean. If you remember, he said that Sean said club chat didn't support him when Sean did that live with James and Nicole Tyler on the phone. I don't know nothing about that. I never heard that, but he is not. I don't see him speaking for all of club chat. That makes absolutely no sense. I've never seen him do that. Sorry, I came in late after you said who are we talking about? James Colwell. I learned that YouTube is really just entertainment. Some people I thought was solid, but they're only solid when convenient big facts. Well, yeah. So how many? So who? How many of you guys still supported James when he first said not all of the women in club chat? When he was like, fuck those, when he individualized who he was saying, fuck the ones that was talking shit. But he didn't say, how many people in here still supporting him after that? Okay, so he said it like what 3 times, right? How many times did it take him to say "fuck club chat" before you stop watching, or are you still watching? Because he said it more than one time. How many times did it take for you? Was it the first time, the second time, the third time, or was it just this last video that happened last night? The first time, yeah. See, you are, and see, I'm even more forgiving. It because I still was thinking, okay, maybe he's still not talking about all of us. But when he kept saying, I was like, okay, he is really literally talking about all of us. Like he does not want our support, and that is upsetting. Very, very upsetting. When I have watched I could say thousands of his videos over the years. That's upsetting. I left after the verbal attack on Tracy. That's understandable because that was very upsetting as well. But I had stopped watching his messy videos after all that stuff started happening. But I was still watching his reviews too because I think exactly me too, Bisha. Like I was just trying to make sure is he really saying all of us? I'm like, yo, he's really saying all of us. Can y'all put me a thumbs up, please? If you can. And I appreciate it. You was watching Sister Afro also. Right, see? Miss Leo, exactly. You've been watching him for a long time. That seems like it's been at least like 8 years since the debacle with Tracy. I stopped watching it. Unsubscribed. Can't take the ignorancy of some of these content creators. I understand. I don't watch, so I don't know what people know what happened, but I'm sorry if you got your feelings. Oh, thank you. Queen stands alone. Hey, Tessie. What's up, baby boy? What you need, honey? I was still supporting him up until that live Vegas gate. Vegas gate. All questions answered. Okay. He wanted to make sure we understood. He said it exactly. That's how I felt. Let's get real. And at that point, I was like, okay, come on, baby, come here. You want some milk? Okay. Hold on, guys. Make some milk. Hold on a second, you guys. Shit. Oh, you got some milk. You just want to come over here. Okay. Come here. Come here. You want your milk? Here you go. You don't want that? What do you want? You want your doctor change? You want to lay back down? You go night night? Oh, okay. You go night night. Okay. Yes, baby. Okay, sweetheart. I don't know what he just said, y'all. Okay. That was my last video, too, when he said he supports BS because she didn't talk about his kids. Wow. She didn't talk about his kids. Come on now. Y'all gotta be lying to me. He didn't say that. He couldn't have said that. There is no way. Didn't she? And I won't even repeat it, but didn't she insinuate some very nasty things? Just one, if she did. Did y'all answer me that? Did she insinuate some things that were not so nice about? Okay, so we all know what was said, and I won't repeat it. But get out of here. There is no way. It was so distasteful. And the thing, I wasn't around when the faking out happened, but dang, Jace, don't every female a club chat because you're mad at one person. True Colors came out. Exactly. And Tracy didn't say anything about his kids. Who I was in that chat? Who was all actually in that chat in real time, live? Who was in that chat? Who was in Heidi's chat when Tracy was over there? Tessie, you was in the bushes. Okay. Did any of you guys see Tracy say anything about his kids? Laugh at anything? I didn't even hear Heidi say anything about his kids. Did y'all hear Tracy? Did y'all hear Heidi say anything about his kids? He said she didn't talk about his kids, meaning himself. So since it was someone else's, not his, it was cool. The, what the hell? Lord Jesus. James Corden. Tracy said nothing about his kids. No. What I really didn't like about that video, he was asked did he buy popcorn. He said, no, it's not my fundraiser. Then he turned around and super chatted BS $50. Girl, well, she said yes right when Heidi was asking questions about his kids. But as it didn't look as if she was agreeing or it couldn't have. Because Tracy was mainly talking to people in the chat too. VS said something about him. He said she never talked about his kids, and that's not true. I knew he insinuates. I heard how he insinuates some shit. I know she was coming after that video. I heard her say some like little slick things about an adoption process or something like that, but I didn't hear her say anything about his kids. But Tracy was not saying anything or agreeing with anything or nothing pertaining to his children. What, sweetheart? A sandwich? This girl wants a sandwich this way. Okay, I mean, if y'all want to chill for like in the chat for like 1 minute, I gotta make my baby a sandwich. I'll be back. Come here, buddy. Come on. You want to sleep? Okay. You want to come here and sit? You go. No, Jesse. What's the chair? So my back told me to hold you. Hold on, let me make her a sandwich, James. Then I'll pick you up. Look, watch TV, Daddy. Hold on, y'all. We must finish. What's up, baby? Your hair still hurt a little bit. Okay, you have to eat your sandwich, and then I'll give you a little Tylenol. Get your hands out when I leave anything first. Okay? Try to make cold water. Hold on, buddy. I'm gonna pick you up. Hold on. I'm about to pick you up. Here you go. Little jerky. I'm gonna do two things. What am I doing? Hold on, brother. Find it. Come on, come on, come on. candle over here. Come on, come on. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I am back. Let's see what y'all saying. Okay, there's Sean. Hi, Sean. I love you, Sean. He wanted to attack Tracy. We'll be in the bushes in the chat and see Tracy and Fire Babe in the chat. I would literally watch him ignore Tracy and talk to Lie Babe. Mimi, real talk, the timing and correction of Tracy was off to me. No one wants to feel like they are being piled upon. That's the time and the place for everything. Thanks for all the clip notes. Mimi is upset. I don't know if something happened today. No, actually, I've been upset. I just hadn't said anything about it because I didn't want to say anything against about James because I'm a part of Club Chat, and him and Sean Bradley were not exchanging words. He was just throwing shade and saying things about Club Chat. So I was feeling away when he kept saying fuck Club Chat, but they were not exchanging words. So I didn't want to say anything because I just wanted to keep it the way it was. But since words have been exchanged, now I feel like I am able to come out and tell the truth about how I have been feeling because it was one thing when he said it first and said, it's, not all of them. Then when he said it again and he didn't say not all of them, I was like, well, maybe he's still saying not all of them, just didn't say it. But then when he continues to say it, and then when he said it this last time, he said, and I mean that shit, and just talked so badly, it was just like, what the fuck? Like, really? What the fuck is slap to the face? How disrespectful. Because plenty of us still support you. Rants all been saying the past 2 months. See, I stopped watching the little message because I used to watch all of his videos, but I just was watching the reviews and stuff because I didn't like the couple of book club chats and stuff like that. He's done that to me too, Beyond Beauty. He tried to speak to me. Tessie ain't no time like present. Every day she's making new enemies for no reason. 2 months. Try 3, 4 months. Right. Come on now. Absolutely, Felicia Fialdo. Thank you, Acquaintance alone. Showed his hand when he acted like that. Right. So this is just the gist of it. It went from it's just basically, you know what? I don't give a fuck if you've been watching me for 6 years, 8 years. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you support me. I actually don't want you to support me anymore. Fuck your support because you support that boy. That's basically what it is in a nutshell. Fuck that boy. And fuck you for supporting that boy. He wants a response from Sean for not giving him one. He's living. Hey, Nikki. Me too. I used to watch new videos. To the day and see that message and carry my ass on. I know that's right. Come on, buddy. You do not have to be sitting on mama. Yeah, it was just very, like, literally my heart just dropped the first time I heard him say it and say I mean it. But it's been many a time. I was like, oh my God. He is really trying to make it be known that he really do not fucking give a fuck about our support. Fuck us. That just oh, straight spit at me. I feel like he spit at me. I echo your sentiments. Thank you, Chris Earl. And I'm sorry you feel that way, sweetie, because it's obvious he comes harder each time. Me too. See, that's just what it is. And I was very upset about what he did to Tracy too because he was just laying in the cut, waiting, because he had already aligned himself with everybody. Well, he was already cool with these people, but him and Five Babe fell out, and Tracy sided with him. And now you belong yourself back with Five Babe, and you just been waiting for a reason to jump down Tracy's throat. And that was the. I'll give them to you if you go over there and eat them. Come on. Hold on, you guys. I won't go back anymore now. People in the chat and comments, no way. I know. Yeah, they do. But Tracy's all right. She's a strong girl. She's heard it all before. I'll tell you, after some point, once they said the same thing so many times, you don't even care. You don't even feel it. This chat is full of hate. Mm. Some like it. Well, look at whose chat they're in. He's full of hate as well right now. She's definitely strong. Like we were online for a sorority. She would cross her as long as she learned info. I'm not homeless, broke, or abused. I've been in the past, but I know that's right. I have never been homeless, but I have been broke, and I'm broke now, and I have been abused. I'm broke, but I have everything I need. I can honestly say I have been watching since Vegas Gate video. Somebody up there said that too. Okay, got about him. Hey, Chupacabra doll. He's made himself quite comfortable on the other side. Absolutely. I'm cool with that. I'll never be that girl that cares where you go. I just, you said fuck me several times and I was still supporting and been supporting for years. And there's no way I mean, you could just go look at my videos. I've literally defended him in a few videos. Oh, that was you, Miss Leo. Yeah. But I mean, I guess I really have just said all that I could possibly say. If you could give me a thumbs up on the way out. And in case you guys didn't know, I put up a short video. I do not have the same Cash App and I do not have the ability to type it in here. So it is Mimi Checks with two S's. We don't know where Tracy's mind is right now in the present. In case y'all haven't noticed, Tracy has been up all night long for weeks now. Yeah, I've noticed, and I'm praying for Tracy. And I think that's why a lot of people in club chat were saying they want her to stop battling so much because even if she says she's fine and she may be, but that could take a toll on you because when you are emotionally going through a lot of emotions and I mean emotionally having problems because you're going through so many emotions, then it can become turn into stress, and stress is not good for the body. Stress kills. Thank you for putting my cash app in, Tasia. That is the new one, you guys, and that's all I wanted to come on and say. And I expected it to be kind of quick, but it is what it is. I guess we all shared the same sentiments, so we had some things to talk about. She liked the late last third shift. Yeah, she is. Well, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys coming and listening to me. And once again, hit the like button on your way out if you can. Good night.